Everyone, good evening. Hope all is well. I just want to, first of all, I want to thank our team. I want to thank Lori Jacobs. I know we ran through some technical difficulties a little earlier. Ujesh Patel, who's been doing an amazing job at running this program. This is a very, very important program for where we are right now within our state. We still have a lot of families that are facing issues that are kind of feeling the collateral consequences of COVID. And this opportunity around this DMERP or Housing Assistance Fund is critical in providing some of the needed resources to help a lot of families move forward. Those who may have been kind of short-term impacted by COVID and they've been missing a couple months, to even like the larger scale of those who missed multiple months and being able to help. Hey, sweetheart, say hi. There we go. All right. But we look at this as a great opportunity. So we're very much thankful. We look forward to getting any of your feedback, but you're in great hands. And more importantly, and then lastly, I'll finish with this. Our Lieutenant Governor has been doing an amazing job around when COVID hit. She was one of the first ones to jump in, focus on the health issues that were being impacted, make sure people were tested, getting vaccinations, things of that nature. And it is only kind of fair and fitting that she's also focusing on this area as we move out of COVID and make sure those who were hit hardest from COVID, from the mortgage, in need of a mortgage, and issues around mortgage payments, are able to get the assistance that they need as well. So I just want to thank everyone for being here. Thank everyone for being involved. And I look forward to certainly being in touch. So thank you again. Back to you, Lori. Really appreciate everything. I think you're on mute, Lori.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you for those remarks, and thank you for joining us this afternoon or this evening. We will now kick it to the Lieutenant Governor and her team. Edwin?
Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me or see me well now, but Edwin Hernandez here with Lieutenant Governor's Office. I'm her Director of Legislative Affairs. It's fantastic to be here. Thank you to our partners at DSHA. Thank you, Eugene, and for your team supporting our efforts as always. But I do have the Lieutenant Governor on my phone, actually. She's going to be speaking through speaker, so I hope the audio comes through well.
Yes, well, good evening, everyone. Hopefully, Lori, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. We can.
Great. Having a little technical difficulty, but I think over the past 3 years, Eugene, you would agree, and Lori, that we've come accustomed to when that happens. I'm having an issue getting on my WebEx, but I am not having an issue at all hearing from and working collaboratively with our wonderful Delaware State Housing Authority and to each of you in the community. I just am thrilled to be part of the webinar, and I'm hopeful by the time we get to closing, you'll see my face. But right now, I wanted to make sure we got this started. I know we're running a few minutes behind, and I just wanted to say how incredibly important it is that we come together. Many of you with Eugene and his team have joined us through COVID with the Black leader, the Latino leaders, faith leaders, and art leaders calls. And DSHA has been phenomenally important to helping us have assistance. And I think tonight in our program, not only are going to be talking about home ownership, but ways that we can continue to strengthen Delaware, in particular, as we talk about the Delaware Mortgage Relief Fund, which I am thrilled, thanks to the leadership here in the state, with our temporary assistance up to $50,000 with financial assistance to families who are at risk of losing their homes. And Lori, I know you're going to go into a lot more detail on some funds that are really important for various bills, not just mortgage payments. And again, this assistance we know has supported over 1,500 families, and really look forward to addressing what I know the number one social determinant is, which is housing in our community. So I'm going to cut it short since you are a little delayed. And Lori, we'll turn it back to you. And again, to Eugene, thank you. And hopefully by the time we get to closing, you'll see me in person. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Governor. You sound great on audio, so we're very happy to have you here with us. Okay, so I will go ahead and share my screen, and we will hop right into the presentation. So first, just a little bit about the Delaware State Housing Authority. Our mission is to efficiently provide and assist others to provide quality, affordable housing opportunities and appropriate supportive services to low and moderate income Delawareans. Our core services include home ownership, which we do implement through our Kiss Your Landlord Goodbye program. Kiss Your Landlord Goodbye can provide a closing cost assistance, down payment assistance, and tax credit assistance to first-time and repeat home buyers as well. That is maybe a fact that a lot of our constituents do not know, is you do not have to just be a first-time home buyer to take advantage of our products. We also have our core service of rental housing. So we are one of 5 public housing authorities in Delaware, and our sites are located in Kent and Sussex County. We are also the state's Community Development and Affordable Housing Agency, and we bring new housing units online through funding and financing incentive programs throughout the state. As you can see here on the slide, in the middle, we have a photo of Stephanie Miller. Stephanie took advantage of our homeownership programs to purchase a home in Middletown last year. On the right is a photo of Liberty Court, which is a recently renovated DSHA public housing site in Dover. And then on the bottom right is Splash Laundromat in Georgetown, Delaware. This is a DDD project that was completed earlier this summer. DDD stands for Downtown Development Districts Program. And so we're really excited to be able to showcase all of the success we've had over the past year. And of course, one of the programs and the reason we are here today that we are very proud of and excited to share with you is the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. So when the American Rescue Plan Act passed, it created the Homeowner Assistance Fund, which distributed $50 million to Delaware. The funds were made available to assist households who experienced a COVID-19 financial hardship that resulted in mortgage delinquency or forbearance. Our agency, DSHA, was tasked with administering these funds, and we used them to create the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. The federal funds are available until 2025 unless exhausted before this date, and that is an important note to make. They are available until 2025 unless exhausted before this date. This program is not a permanent program. It is a temporary federal assistance program that Delaware has received, and it will eventually end. To help maintain transparency and accountability with these funds, DSHA has launched our public dashboard, which is available online at demortgagehelp.com. It includes program data as well as trends by county, household type, and demographics as well. Again, this website can be found at demortgagehelp.com, and I'll be happy to place the link in the chat later on through this presentation. It is updated daily with all of our data and information. So you can check back every day if you like. I know I do it quite often to see how many households are being assisted and how much assistance we have remaining for Delawareans. So at this time, I will now pass it over to my colleague, Ujesh. Ujesh is our Program Operations Manager for Delaware Mortgage Relief Program.
Thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Lori, just 1 second. The slideshow on my end is not showing anymore. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, so my name is Ujesh Patel. I'm the program manager for the DMART program. Today, we're just going to go over some eligibility requirements as well as just more information about the program. As far as eligibility, you must own and occupy your home in the state of Delaware as your primary residence. This program focuses primarily on homeowners and not investors. Um, so in, the homeowner must have experienced a pandemic-related financial hardship after January 21st of 2020. Um, this financial hardship is some sort of loss in income or increase in housing-related expenses. Another eligibility is your household income must be at or below 150% AMI or 100% of the median income, whichever is greater. You can find this income listed on our website at demortgagehelp.com. On the home page, we have it separated between the different counties and the household size. Another eligibility is that your first mortgage must be within our conforming loan limits. This is a federal limit, which changes year after year. And finally, so our program is right now divided into two different eligibilities, right? So you can be eligible for a reinstatement program. And what that means is we take whatever your total delinquency is and we bring you current. So in order to be eligible for that specific program, you must be at least 30 days due on your mortgage payments and or housing related expenses. And another program that we recently added is our mortgage payment assistance program. So for this one, you don't have to be delinquent on your mortgage. However, you must be within our housing debt to income ratio requirements to be eligible for future payment assistance. Next slide, please. So program uses. This is the way that it works is this is a one-time payment on behalf of the qualified homeowner, which we pay for delinquent mortgage arrears, and your future mortgage payments. So these payments go directly to your mortgage servicer and or lien holder. Some other uses for the program are your tax delinquencies. So if you have non-escrow taxes and homeowners insurance, they can be eligible for this program. Your chattel loans and land lease delinquencies are also covered in this program. As far as utilities, it's limited to water and sewer. And if you have any HOA or condo association fees, they're also eligible to be covered in this program. So some program updates. We recently removed the requirement for that 30-day mortgage delinquency. Homeowners who are current on their mortgage, you can apply for future payment assistance program. What that is we're offering up to 6 months of future payment assistance. So depending on where your housing debt to income ratio is, we take that percentage and we'll place you into a specific 3-month or 6 months program. And we also increase the total assistance amount from $40,000 to $50,000 per household, which looks like it's one total grant, which covers all the delinquency. Now the application process. So in order to get started with the application, you want to visit our demortgagehelp.com website. You want to go ahead and click on the Apply Now button. It's going to ask you a few questions such as first and last name and email address to get registered. You'll receive a link to go ahead and get registered and start the application. It's a pretty quick application. It'll ask for your mortgage information, uh, as well as other household and personal information. You'll go ahead and upload the documents. Once you have submitted the application, we then assign it to our underwriting and processing team. We'll go ahead and review the application for the completeness and your eligibility for the program. We then get your mortgage servicer involved in order to complete the rest of the application. What we call this internally is a CDF process. It's common data file, that's what it stands for. We typically send out a secured message via our portal to the loan servicer, which we will communicate back and forth and get the information that we need to complete the application. Once we do have that information in-house, we'll go ahead and complete review of the application. Upon approval, we will distribute your assistance directly to your loan servicer. And if you were denied, you do have a chance to appeal your application. And now I'm going to go ahead and pass back to Lori, our Public Relations Director.
Thank you. And thank you for going over that information, Yashesh. I just wanted to jump in very quickly to talk through the resources we have available, and particularly to help with the information that Yashesh just shared. So he mentioned our website, which is demortgagehelp.com. That has, again, all of this information available for you to access at any time. It also has previous webinars and additional resources. You can also call the call center at 888-303-4324. And the call center is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. They can answer program questions as well as help with any technical difficulties you might be facing with the online portal. We are also proud to partner with several housing counselors throughout the state. Delaware has an amazing housing counselor network, and we are very privileged to work with many of them on this program. They can help you apply for your program or apply for Delaware Mortgage Relief, in addition to offering other resources and guidance to resolve your housing situation. And one of the very cool aspects about the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is the option to have a homeowner representative, and that is someone who can apply for the program on your behalf. So I think a good example is my next door neighbor, Miss Adele, doesn't have access to a computer and isn't very tech savvy. I, as her homeowner representative, can set up an account, upload her documentation, and apply on her behalf. So that is one of the great features of having a homeowner representative. We do encourage you that if you designate a homeowner representative, you make sure that it is someone you trust, and you make sure that this person is not charging you for their services. And back to you, Yashesh.
Thank you, Lori. Some friendly reminders for the applications. First and foremost, documents cannot be faxed or emailed to the program team. All document related or application related documents, they must be uploaded into the portal. If you have some issues with uploading, you can reach out to one of our housing counselors in your area who'll be more than happy to assist you with uploading those documents into the portal. Second, applications cannot be processed without loan servicer participation. It is important and mandatory that all loan servicers participate in our program in order to receive those funds. Duplication applications do lead to delay in processing. If you're looking to apply for more than one program, please limit the number of applications to one. Our team will go ahead and we'll split up the cases for the number of applications that you do qualify for. So you can just limit it to one, and then our team will go ahead and take care of the rest. Third here, selecting loan modification or unable to sustain payments will lead to delay in application processing. If you're working with a loan servicer on a modification process, you want to go ahead and select loan modification. However, if you're unable to sustain payments moving forward, you just want to make sure that you're selecting the correct option for your scenario. Otherwise, it will lead to delay in the application process. And finally, you can only apply and receive assistance once. This program is designed to help homeowners for a maximum of one time. So once you receive the assistance, unfortunately, you won't be able to reapply for further assistance. And on your screen here is the contact information for myself, my director, Brian Rossello, and Laurie, who is the Director of Public Relations. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to respond. Thank you.
All right. Thank you again, Yashesh. And just for good measure, I have added the resources back on the screen for all who are interested. Again, we have the Delaware Mortgage Relief website, the call center, which is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m., our housing counselors, and I will place an additional link in the chat for the specific ones that are familiar with this program, and again, the homeowner representative option. We have trainings for homeowner representatives. They are, I believe, every other Wednesday, if I'm not correct, at 1 p.m. And again, this information will be provided in the follow-up email. So at this time, we will begin taking any questions you may have. Please feel free to place them in the chat right now. We wait for any questions that come through the chat. We will just run through a few of the frequently asked questions that our team receives on a daily basis. Ujesh and I can go through those. So the first one is, do you have to pay a fee to participate? And the answer is no. This is a free program and this is free assistance. You do not have to pay a fee to apply or participate or receive assistance. If someone has approached you about paying a fee, please reach out to the Delaware State Housing Authority immediately. So this question I will ask of you, Ujesh. So if you are in foreclosure or bankruptcy, can you still apply for the program?
Yes, absolutely. If you're in foreclosure or bankruptcy, you can certainly go ahead and apply. Just keep in mind that we will work with your servicer to get those funds to them as soon as possible if upon approval. But yes, if you're in foreclosure or bankruptcy, please go ahead and you can still be eligible to apply.
Are the housing counselors bilingual?
Yes, so the housing counselors that we have partnered up with, they do have a bilingual individual working for each one of them. If for some reason you're running into any issues, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to direct you to the correct counseling agency.
And a follow-up question, which is, will this information and literature be in Spanish? So yes, we do have program materials and promotional flyers in Spanish. We are happy to print them and mail them to your team or offices if you'd like. And if you'd like to download them and send them via email, they are available on the DE Mortgage Help website under resources. So we have, it seems a question we have about Social Security income. This is one we've actually received a lot of recently. So Ujesh, I will read it out, and if necessary, we can follow up via email, but just for the group to hear. So why is 25% added to reported income for Social Security when one pays taxes on that income? Is this the only income that is grossed up on the program?
Yep, so the 25% gross up is for all non-tax income. That is standard throughout all of our programs here, and as far as the eligibility for this specific program. But that 25% gross up is accounted for the tax that is not paid up front. So just for example, W-2 income, it is taxed, so we would take the gross income, right? So when we have a Social Security, the net income is being reported, so we have to add that 25% to gross up for eligibility.
Thank you. And we'll be happy to, if needed, or if you have any additional questions about Social Security, you can feel free to email myself or Ujesh, and we can follow up via email as well. Okay. So seeing no additional questions in the chat, I will go ahead and pass it to Lieutenant Governor. Thank you so much. Happy to see your face. Just
Yeah.
for our closing remarks.
Yep, my goal was attained, that I would conquer the technology and make it at the end. Although it was great to be there, and it was good for you to see Edwin Hernandez, who does my policy work, and to you, Lori, Yusuf, everyone, of course, our incredible director of the Housing Authority, Eugene Young. Thank you all so much. I hope those who participated this evening fully share this information, take advantage of the resources that we have here in Delaware. You know, COVID has just been very difficult, both emotionally, physically, and economically. And I am just so proud of our team. We don't have a large team at the Housing Authority, but they care deeply. And so for each of you listening, whether it's personal, whether it's your nonprofit, whether it's your organization, please help us to get the word out. Share the information tonight from this webinar. Please access the services. You know, it is time limited until exhausted, I think until, February 25. And so for us, it's really important. And I'm honored to have been part of tonight's town hall. Please contact the Housing Authority, contact my office, the Lieutenant Governor's office. And again, thank you all so very much for working to make sure every child, every family, every senior has a safe, secure place to rest their head at night. And those who are having struggles with the mortgage, please take advantage of the Mortgage Relief Fund and all of its flexibility. So again, thank you all for this incredible opportunity to share. And I'll turn it back to you, Lori.
Thank you so much. So I do not see any additional questions in the chat. Director Young, would you like to make any closing remarks?
I would just say thank you, Lori. Thank you, Ujesh. Thank you, everyone that jumped on. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much. You've been, as I said earlier, you were in the very beginning of COVID. You were jumped on a lot of issues impacting families, and you certainly are continuing that mark and moving forward and helping on the mortgage assistance side as well. So we greatly appreciate it. Please feel free to reach out to us. If you know someone who's interested in mortgage assistance, like please send them our information. We want to get this word out as much as possible. We really appreciate everyone for being here, and we're just incredibly thankful. So thank you all so much. Again, Lieutenant Governor, thank you for taking the time to be here, and you, Jess and Lori, for the amazing work that you do, and Edwin, the start you are, thank you as well.
All right, so just as a quick reminder, this webinar was recorded and you will receive the recording link by the end of the week, as well as a summary of the Q&A and a link to the resources that were mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for your time this evening and have a great weekend.
See ya.